a knee problem, which prevents her from doing a lot of exercise, and she just backed out because she didn't want to be a fool.
I think it's time we gave a warm welcome to Debbie and hear what she has been going through. Debbie, come on out. Very nice to meet you. Your mother has been telling us what you've been going through at school. Why don't you tell me how it feels? Did you hear what Mother was saying? Was she telling the truth? Good. How does this feel and what have you been going through?
It's bad. I'm always getting harassed. It's so bad that I just want to go away and not come back.
I understand that.
And
so bad that the kids at school, the only ones who like you are the ones you're doing something for? Tell me about that.
If I don't do it for them, then they'll get mad and they won't talk to me.
So what kind of things do you do for these kids?
Pretty much whatever they want, money, anything.
You give them your money? And you carry their books and things? How does that feel?
Horrible, because I'm the one who's doing my schoolwork. I've been put in lower classes, I don't know why, and most of them just goof off during class, and I'm the one who does my work. So they'll call me names, and I just, try to blow them off, but it's not that easy.
How does that feel?
Horrible, because, I want to get an education. I'm not for school just to take up time.
That's right.
How many kids do you think are in your school, do you know?
Over 2,000. It's a big school.
Out of 2,000 people, aren't there any real friends? Usually if there's one group over here.
Oh, Tiffany, within 5 to 10 years, you'll be committing suicide.
Okay, let's give a warm welcome to Tiffany and hear from her. Tiffany, how old are you?
I'm 12.
And how old are you?
15.
Okay. Tiffany, you say the kids at school are very, very mean to you. Can you tell me what's going on?
Yeah, they'll call me names and
Like what?
They'll call me fatty, free lunch. While I'm going down the hallway, they'll push me. They skip me in the lunch line. I barely have any friends. And the friend that I did have, she started taking drugs. And now she just bosses everybody around. She doesn't want to be around me anymore. And if she does, she just wants something. She makes the kids give her money.
You say the kids make up rhymes about you.
Yes.
What kind of rhymes?
Like fatty, fatty, can't even fit through the school door.
Oh, they used to use that in my day. Kids cut in line at lunch, it says here. The kids threaten to beat you up?
A few times, yes. They'll tell me, well, I'm gonna go hit you. And after school, as soon as you go out the door to get on the bus, we'll be waiting for you and we're gonna hit you.
How do you feel when the kids treat you this way?
I feel real bad because I know that I used to be real good in school.
This and what's going on with her. Katrina, come on out. Try to be kind. Okay, Katrina, why are you doing this?
Because if they can't take up for themselves, then why go to school and everything else?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
If they can't take up for themselves, why go to school? Because you gotta take up for yourself.
You feel they should stick up for themselves. Okay. Now your mother says you're very angry. What are you angry at?
Well, I take up for myself, and if they can't do it, then I'm trying to teach them that they need to.
How are you teaching people that they need to stick up for themselves?
Because if I pick on them, maybe they'll just get mad one day and take up for themselves.
What do you mean stand up to you?
Like when I try to take the money, they should say, no, you can't have it.
And then what? And then they say you can't have it, what would you do?
I would probably hit them and they should hit me back.
What have we gotten that you've now hit somebody and they've hit you back? Where have we gone with this?
Just
Nowhere. Angel, why don't you turn to Katrina and tell her how she makes you feel? You turn to her and tell her how she makes you feel. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see you sit right there and tell her how you feel. You look at her, Katrina. Go ahead.
I just think that you ought to be nice to friends while you have them now, because maybe later on you won't have none.
Sis, look at your sister and tell her how she makes you feel. Go ahead.
Trey, I think you need to straighten up, because in the long run you won't have me or Angel, and I just want to be your sister.
Let me ask you something. Katrina, how did it make you feel when you listened to these other two girls? Amber has been called names, really bad names, slut, whore, witch, devil worshiper by the kids at school. Amber has received death threat letters and phone calls. Amber has done what I probably would do with my kids, switched schools. Result, the threats still keep coming. They have start rumors that you're pregnant. You take antidepressants and sleeping pills to deal with this. You sleep with a baseball bat. How's your family holding up?
It's been very difficult. This has gone on for like 3 years.
Why? What do you both think
It's
happened?
because I dress this way.
Because you dress what way?
I wear the black t-shirts and listen to heavy metal music, and
That's your own little style, so what's the problem with that?
Yeah.
we live in a very small town where everybody's the same, and if you're different, then they think you're a bad person. There's something wrong with me.
How many death threat letters have you gotten?
I've gotten 2 this year.
Okay. You brought a copy of one of them that you received. Read a portion.
Amber, I know what you did that one summer. I wrote that letter to you, not anyone else. I am going to kill you. You are a whore, bitch. You should go live with a pimp. You belong there, bitch. I am going to kill you. Always look behind your back, whore. Sincerely yours.
You know, I've had to watch her cry again, and it just breaks my heart because she's my daughter and I love her, and she's beautiful, and she looks fine to me, and for someone to call her and tell her that she looks, you know, a prostitute and a whore and a slut. I mean,
See, I
to
think that
try to
person-
strip her of her self-esteem like
Sure,
that.
that person
She
should
is
be
a-
found.
She is a
Just anything that's cruel, you know, big ears.
Let's have Mr. Trey himself come out and talk to us. Trey, come on out. Trey, tell us what's going on.
Well, kids at my school are calling me names and not letting me participate in games, and they're like won't let me do stuff that they want to do. And
Like what?
like if I want to play kickball or baseball with them, they don't want to play with me. They'll just go somewhere else. If I want to try and play,
Why do you think they're doing this to you?
I don't know, because I'm different.
How are you different?
Well, I have, I don't like to do athletic sports except baseball, and I like to type and do other stories, and I like to do different stuff instead of being all outside all the time.
Do you ever talk back to the kids? Do you ever stick up for yourself?
Yeah, I try, but they always outnumber me somehow.
Okay. There are more of them than there are of you.
And we don't want to teach him, I don't want to teach him to be violent.
I agree.
And he has that right to go to school and not be taunted by these kids. And I'm tired of that, Sally. I'm tired. But these other parents, don't want to teach these kids at home, then you send your kid to a private school. My kid has a right to go to school and learn and be different. He doesn't have to be a follower.
Absolutely.
He doesn't have to be like them.
Go ahead.
This is for Katrina. That blonde up there is my sister. And you don't know how it feels when everybody is doing that to you and harassing you, because I have talked to her.
Who has lived with a disease called alopecia since she was 3 years old. This is a disease where a person loses all the hair on their body, from their head and their legs and their eyebrows and everywhere. Now, what age did you develop this?
I started losing my hair when I was about 3.
3 years old.
Yeah.
What happened to you at first? Nobody noticed anything, or things were...
Right, because I was so little in preschool, you know, there was innocence, and everybody was nice because, you know, you were just a little kid then. But then towards like 2nd grade, the kids started noticing that I looked different and stuff, so they started to pick on me. They called me names like Baldy and Bald Eagle.
Little kids started to call you. The
then.
kids would call you the same names they've called you. Names like bitch and slut and hoe and wiggy, right?
Right.
And a girl threatened to drive by your house and shoot you. You were
Exactly.
punched and hit in the halls and all of that. Why? Because you didn't have hair?
Because I looked different.
You say your grandmother was really something very important in your life.
Oh, absolutely. She was there for me every day when I came home from school crying. She always gave me words of support like, it's not the quantity of friends, it's the quality. I'm thankful that that I don't have cancer, you know, that I have my legs, that nothing really horrible has happened to me. I think that if I didn't have alopecia, I wouldn't be a strong person, that I wouldn't be myself. I mean, it's my life, you know, I've grown up knowing it, and without it, I would be a totally different person.
Do you think that sometimes when people make fun of you because you're a good student or because you like heavy metal, so the author of Who Would I Be If I Weren't So Afraid? That's a very interesting book. Ginger, can it go to 27 years of age?
It can, if these young people don't get some advice right now about what is really, really good about them. To me, these are the leaders of tomorrow. These young people have qualities that some adults don't have. The compassion to understand what you can learn from animals. A beautiful voice that helps us all to feel good, and even from the lyrics that she sang. This brilliant young man who would rather read than harass somebody. This woman of courage. All of these are examples. This gives me hope for the future.
Why do they pick on one child? Why does that one child, for all the mothers who are listening now who says, oh my goodness, my kid's a good student, or oh my goodness, she sings, or she loves animals,